good meowing. Water. Hot water. Hi. I can't see the chat yet, so bear with me, I guess. Oh, I'm nervous to click this button. I'm so nervous. Why do you guys watch such a neurotic cat? How do you stand me? I don't understand it myself. My own neuroticism drives me crazy, let alone I don't know how you guys feel. Anyway, I'll take a look. Good meowing live type. Good meowing Oni-chan. Good meowing Black Tea Remos. Good meowing Sheeple. Good meowing LDTGX. It looks like Kick and Twitch chat are indeed working today. So at least that's a little bit of good news for now. That's a little bit of good news. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Maybe I lied. Maybe neither are working. Or am I confused? I need someone to write something in the chat. So I could... Yeah, I think neither are working. Currently. Well, test. What did you eat today? Hi, we're here. Okay. I see. Success, good meowing. Good meowing, Lexifate. Thank you for calling me Maple. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Meowing Fistique, meowing Solo Q. Thank you for calling me Princess. It seems like the kick chat works before I start streaming, and then it stops showing up on restream once the stream starts. That's a new one. Okay, let's see. I can fix it. I can. Okay. Every day we get closer to the promised day. Oh yeah, I was supposed to bring you a femboy for Friday. I forgot to bring a femboy. I have one in mind. I have one in mind. But I didn't save it for the stream. Good morning, Max Aker. Good morning, Tar Soul, scam of the century. Well, whatever. It's fine. We don't need femboys. Why are you crying? Stop crying. Anyway, what did I do today that I'm proud of? The answer is kind of almost nothing. Good morning, just some guy who cares lol. I have had I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. I've had a terrible day, to be honest. To be very blunt and straightforward and honest. And I feel bad for saying it because I think that my job is supposed to be an entertainer. I'm supposed to be a happy cat and a fun cat. And I'm not telling you that you're telling me I'm supposed to, but I imagine that's what I'm supposed to do. But in reality, I felt really horrible since last night. The things that I'm proud of. I didn't give in to every single temptation. I only gave in to some of my temptations. I got off of task many times, but I was able to get back on task today. So I finished most of my dailies and I practiced avoiding distraction. Now, I didn't fully avoid it, but I practiced. Now, for the things that I'm less proud of. Good morning, Bowie. Good morning, Tar Soul. Yes, it is me. Good morning, Jacoba 14. Being negative is still entertainment, and it's funny. Okay, if it's funny. I don't even think it's funny. I think I'm just cringe. But okay, thank you. Day was bad before. Let's make it good right now. Yeah, stream always cheers me up because I use you guys parasocially as my personal therapist. It's really bad. Good morning, a random cat. Also, anyway, so the things that I'm not proud of, the things that I'm ashamed of, in fact, I gooned to AI art. Yep, I said it. Not the fact that I gooned, but the AI art, right? You know, you gotta have standards. You gotta have standards. I have no standards. Are we talking about desserts, treats, whatever kind of? Wait, my temptations are all kinds. Unethical gooner. I hate a parasociality and some AI art is good. Are you gonna share the source? Absolutely not. I'm taking it with me to the grave. Anyway, um, I didn't sleep at all last night, not a single wink. So I ended up wasting all of this morning sleeping. So that's what I did today for the most part. Also, a secret that I didn't tell you yesterday. I started drinking again. I started drinking alcohol again. 2 days in a row now. And I think I'm gonna drink one more time. And of course, you're probably thinking, oh, but you don't have money. How can you afford to support an alcohol addiction, cat girl? I didn't pay for it. I stole it from my from the fridge, from the refrigerator, from my stepdad. I think I'm gonna have a beer after stream. Yay, drunk moon, drunk stream one. Probably never. Have to confess I've done the same. Some AI art is deniably good. I can goon to anything. I'm up to 57 BPM. Oh, that's good, that's good. Moon, take a shot. Yeah. I didn't so that's one thing I'm proud of. I didn't go for the vodka. I could have finished off that vodka bottle. But don't drink booze, it's useless. Avoid liquor. One more couldn't hurt, right? Uh, alcohol poisoning than abstinence? I don't. Meow? Anyway, what else? What else have I done that I'm not proud of? Oh, recently I've hurt several people. I've hurt a lot of people, actually. People who tried to be nice to me, people who tried to befriend me. Because I either blocked them or deleted them or I ignored them. Um, because I have borderline and I'm not a good person. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of things. Because I'm really emotional. Also, I'm not proud of this, but something else I did today is there's like these two content creators who I used to like, who I no longer like. And I stalked them on social media. Yeah, I really kind of, I'm a bad person. I'm a bad kitty. I kind of despise them because these two that I'm thinking of, there's a lot of creators like this who are they present a social media facade where everything is so positive and so joyful and so upbeat and so happy all the time. But then underneath, it's all BS. If you knew behind closed doors, you know? And I think it's true for a lot of people. Like, I'm not expecting them to be perfect or everyone to be perfect or something like that. But it's because I know the hypocrisy. It's because I know that this person who pretends to be, happy go lucky and friendly in front of the audience or online is really mean behind closed doors. Am I one of the people you ignore? I don't, Dracova, you're not even at the level of being ignored by me. Where would I ignore you? You don't have any direct access to me. Just say sorry when you unblock. They'll forgive. I don't want to unblock anyone. But that's my goal, right? Telling you this right now, my goal is not forgiveness. I'm just getting it off my chest and letting you know, like, this is a bad thing that I do. I know that it hurts people, and I can't seem to stop doing it because I have no stable friendships or relationships. Like a whole thing. Anyway, are we ever getting marshmallows again? I have marshmallows today, 4 of them. Good morning, Lechuga. How are you? Lechuga, are you fake? Are you phony? Are you fake? It's fine. I don't think you are though. You more than most seem to tell it like it is a lot of times. Like you're one of my anti fans, I don't know what to call you, that is never hesitant to call me out on my bullshit. So I appreciate it. It's okay, you have up and downs. Remember who you can reach out to. There's no one I can reach out to. I don't trust anybody. Who was it? Was it Drake who said? No, it was DJ Khaled. No new friends. I don't remember who said it. Maybe it was Drake. Someone said no new friends, and I agree. No old friends and no new friends. Are the marshmallows filtered to water? I don't think they are. They never got red, so I stopped making them. Okay, let's go ahead. Since I'm in the mood for honesty, I'll go ahead and be honest. Here's what used to happen. My marshmallows used to get bombarded with all kinds, some of them even back to back, and they would be like sweet, and then some of them would be either threatening or just pointlessly cruel or vicious or like underhanded, right? And it was always a process where I go open the marshmallows and I don't know what I'm going to get. Now, I'm not expecting or even hoping for people to just praise me in the marshmallows all the time. One, that's unrealistic and unreasonable. Two, that's not what it's for. What I was hoping for is I was hoping like it would be a place for people to ask questions anonymously or tell me something interesting or I don't know, confess something or whatever. But I felt like instead it was people masquerading as friendly and then also tacking on bullying, like trying to make me feel bad because they want a reaction out of me, and they get it a lot of times. And then I discovered inside of, so two things. I had mods start filtering them for me. That's number one. The second thing though, I discovered that inside of Marshmallow, if if someone sends you something really bad, you could press a button and that person's future marshmallows disappear, right? So then something curious happened, like where before I would just accept any marshmallow, and then some of the most egregious marshmallows ended up getting like flagged, right? And saying, okay, this is a bad one, right? And then all of a sudden silence. So I already suspected that there was significant overlap between people who purport to be close to me and people who are sending me the worst of the worst marshmallows, because um as much as anti fans can be very dedicated, a lot of them are not gonna really take the time to go out of their way to find my marshmallow and specifically send it, especially like week after week. Like maybe a couple of times or while they're still trying to manipulate me, but eventually they get bored. So anyway, I said a lot of words, but I still don't have definitive proof, but I'm like 80 to 90% sure that people are fake. Fake positivity is the worst. Good morning, Dita from Sprocket. I'm just ranting. Good morning, HL, maybe not. I love cheesecake. Cheesecake is delicious. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? You can't even trust the AI. True. Trust nobody, not even yourself. That's also true. Humans are a conundrum. And okay, that's kind of like a that's like saying nothing. What I think is more interesting is there's a body of research that suggests that when we think about ourselves in the present and we think about ourselves in the future specifically, we many of us almost imagine our future self as a different person, and that distance allows us to lie to ourselves about behavior that we enact today. But it's different for people if your future self and your current self are overlapping and quite close, you are less likely to lie to yourself about certain things. So what I mean is, like, if I say, okay, Mrs. Moonson in the future is vegan. She doesn't eat any meat. And then today I eat a steak. Then that means Mrs. Moonson in the future is like a hypothetical, a stranger, imaginary make-believe, right? But if Mrs. Moonson is vegan today and vegan in the future, then there's nothing to lie about. Something like that. Everybody pretending to be friends just to mess with you. Brimgrass. I don't think it's everyone, but it's a lot of people. Good morning, Julie Bun. I'll go further than that. I think because I display my mental illness online, I offer up a giant target. It's like, hey, pick me, manipulate me, try to get close to me and groom me and brainwash me, right? I'm mentally ill. I say the darndest things, right? And yeah, I think that happens. Like sometimes between my bursts of paranoia, someone will slip through the cracks and get a little bit close to me, and then, it's game's on. The battle is on. Good morning again, Julie Wen. Thank you for the pat. One of my marshmallows was skipped. I think I submitted it after the deadline. Talk to you instead of about you. Meow. Hi, Desert Lightning. How are you? Fraud works. Good maxing. Only trust your pee-pee. It will never lie. True. Yes. True. No, but that's not true. Good maxing. Okay, because, like, I say, okay, future Mrs. Moonson is a nun, but then I go and goon to AI art, so then I'm a liar. Anyway. Passive-aggressive schizos, double agent toxic moonies. I'll admit I sent all the food once. It's cute. My work schedule's been hectic. Meow, meow, meow. You guys are really adorable. Moon the goon. I'll stop. You killed vegan Moon. She's gone forever. Like when your parents... Wait. I imagine my future self homeless after doing computer science. You won't be homeless, HL, maybe not. You got this. I believe in you. Worst case scenario, we try to start that commune. Anyway, I need to... Oh, man. I was gonna end stream in 20 minutes. It's already been 18. I'm in so much trouble. Man. Good meowing, good afternoon, and good night, everyone, everywhere. You're watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. This is a daily talk show where an alcoholic kitten, no, a smitten kitten chats about love, life, and anime. In no particular order, I go live on Kick and Twitch every single day. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that. Is that advertising? Twitch, are you gonna warn me again? Are you gonna ban me? Anyway, my stream time will likely be changing soon. I can't tell you what day for sure. You'll figure it out. Maybe it's tomorrow. Today's agenda. We have Filler Friday, Fujoshi Friday, Fucking Friday, Femboy Friday. It's the day that you guys wait for every week. Kidding. It's actually the weirdest day, probably. It's the most variable, perhaps. I'm going to not recommend a new anime, but I'm going to recommend a manga that I already talked about this week. And I might complain a little bit about other things that I've written in my notes. Then we'll do question of the day. Then I will read the marshmallows as quickly as possible. Freaky Friday, Fart Friday. Oh, I know that song. Good morning, Husuki. I know that song. 5.0s. I don't know what's happening in Kick. Anyway, I have to hurry up. For the manga, Foot Job Friday. Okay, let's talk about Foot Job Friday for a second right now. Because, why? Can someone explain to me? Why are feet tagged as not safe for work? Okay? Because I was looking at some artist work on a certain site, right? And wait, not jobs. Wait, there was nothing sexual about it, right? There was literally just, it was like, okay, there was one picture of an anime woman, and she was just smiling. And then there was another picture of the same anime woman, but this time she had like her feet raised, like showing off the soles of her feet and her toes. And that one of them was marked safe for work, and the other one was not safe for work. There was nothing feet, just feet. Anyway, they weren't even doing the job yet. It's a sign that the foot fetishists have won. Honestly, good for them. Feet and armpits should be available for everyone. I agree. Same thing. Armpits are safe for work. They must be. They must be. I guess it's suggestive. Okay, fine. No more feet. I know you want to smell my feet, but I can't let you this time. The manga. So I talked about this earlier this week. I stopped reading it because Ano-kun started haunting me. Okay, this is this is a story about a girl who's dating a ghost, and the ghost haunted me when I was home alone. It was like a whole thing, but call it morbid curiosity or something like that. I continued to read, and now I am caught up to date, and I have to say this work is phenomenal. It is beautifully written. The art is okay. I think some people might complain about the art, but the storytelling, the pacing, the emotional shifts and tone, um the mangaka did a really amazing job at creating characters that feel human and distinct. Every single character, whether they are a main character or just some side character that's there for a little while, feels different. Like none of them feel copy pasta. They all seem to have their own personality and own quirks, their own flaws, and their own whatever the opposite of flaws is. Um I could really relate, unfortunately, to the worst characters in this manga. There's I don't want to spoil too much cuz I think it's worth reading, but I will say that hmm, there was a quote in there that I liked, and it was, "You were so lonely that because you are lonely, you make others feel lonely. And you were so hurt that because you were hurt, you make others feel hurt," right? And I don't know. I feel like in these types of stories, it's really easy to make dramatic scenes over dramatized or to kind of gloss over them, right? It's easy to I don't know the words I'm looking for, but yeah, it's easy to kind of take an exploitative angle to someone's pain or abuse or bad situation, or it's easy to like brush it under the rug and just not look at it. I feel like this manga and this mangaka Umishina does a perfect job of introducing pain, hurt, betrayal, and like bad social situations in a way that feels authentic and honest and uncomfortable. It made me think a lot also about the idea that these negative things, these negative social situations are kind of absolutely cyclical. Like that's not a new idea. You've heard that before, right? You've heard the cycle of abuse before. But I think it extends beyond what I imagined before. I think it extends further than what I imagined before. Because I thought, okay, cycle of abuse means you get bullied at home by your parents, so you go to school and you become a bully. But I think sometimes, or what this showed me is that sometimes it's not so one to one, right? You can be bullied at home and be an excellent student and have great friends, and then have an affair with your boss at work or something like that. Like, it'd be a total home wrecker and destroy a family, right? So it might not, what I'm trying to say is like, and I don't mean that as an excuse, right? I'm not saying that being abused at home absolves you from the guilt of cheating or something like that. But I feel like, yeah, I don't know. This just reminded me that I'm borderline and there are no perfect people, and that, yeah, we feel hurt and then we spread that hurt or pain to someone else, and in the process of doing that, sometimes the pain is transformed into something else, right? Anyway, I leave it alone. The thoughts are bigger than my brain can wrap my mind around right now, so I'll leave it alone. Let's move on. I'm going to skip the question of the day because I don't feel like doing it. I will just read the marshmallows and then I'll go. I don't even want to read the marshmallows, honestly, because it's been 26 minutes. But I'll do it because I said I would. Sounds like tautology. Sad but relatable. Easy to romanticize. Yes, Julie Wen, that's a better word. No, I haven't tried Grow a Girlfriend. Actually, Tarsal, I have never played a visual novel ever at all. Yes, I think, let's see. Strikova 14, you can always recommend a manga. I just, I don't know. It's hard to say if I will see it and I will remember to look at it, but feel free to absolutely recommend it. Anyway, I'm not ignoring Kick Chat. I just don't even know. I don't even know how to read Kick Chat right now. I'll try not to reciprocate negative feelings. Try the opposite instead. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I want to say more, but I don't think I understand enough. There's more. There are more thoughts I have than I know what to say, so I leave it alone. Okay, hello and happy Friday. Hope you're having a good day, or at least better than the last few. Thanks for always streaming for us, even during the hard times. I'm sorry people making fun of women having AI boyfriends is getting you down lately. For what it's worth, they've been doing it to guys with AI or virtual girlfriends for a long time, too. Oh, I agree. I think that one of the um one of the biggest self-owns for feminists or people who purport to be feminists is that if you bully men for liking what they like, don't be surprised when they bully you for liking what you like. Like, what goes around will come around. That's kind of how that works. So yeah, society loves making fun of what it doesn't understand instead of learning about it. I think society just likes making fun of things in general, especially like whether or not they understand, or if they want to understand but they're afraid. They have I don't know. They feel hesitation or something, or jealousy. Good news is that the long term it'll work like the Streisand effect, give the concept more exposure and normalcy. It led me to wonder, how would you feel about someone making an AI companion of your stream persona? It's already been brought to my attention that someone wants to do it. If you were okay with it, what kind of limits would you want on it, if any? Okay, so how would I feel? I would feel flattered because I'm like, oh, they must like me enough that they want me constantly. That's what that means, right? But then I would feel kind of afraid and concerned because I would think, oh, they don't like me, who I am as a person. They like my character or my model or the idea of me, and they just want to package that up and have it available to them 24/7. And I would be a little bit sad, but also I could kind of understand that. Honestly, whatever. If I was okay with it, I don't think it's up to me to decide if other people want to do that. If that's something you want to do, who the heck am I to stop you? right? I'm not God. I'm not a billionaire. I have no power. I have no control. What am I gonna do? Sue you? I don't even know you. How can I sue you, right? Um, so yeah. And what limits would I want on it? Again, it's not up to me. You know, if someone out there wanted to make an AI chatbot, Mrs. Moonson, and and then have her like be, you know, constantly, I don't want to make this too inappropriate, but I'm thinking inappropriate thoughts. I'll just leave it at that. You know, it wouldn't be there's nothing I could do about it, is what I'm trying to say. I thought you said the other day you put on a character most of the time. Yeah, just some guy who cares. I say a lot of things. I say a lot of things, and that's true. I am absolutely playing a character because I hate myself, but parts of me leak in. So I could totally see someone. Let me try to give an example. Okay, here's an easy one. Some people like when I do the role play and dislike when I do mathematics. So they can have an AI bot that only focuses on the role play, and the role play, again, even I find the role play uncomfortable. It's something I force myself to do. So that's like putting on an act, putting on a character. But I don't do the typical like, you know, uh girlfriend experience, mommy wife experience role plays, right? I take a role play idea and then I make it into my own thing, right? And then the same thing with the mathematics, right? So that part is just me, honestly. That has nothing to do with the character of Mrs. Moonson. I just like math. I just like it. So it ends up in the it ends up in the stream. Anyway, thanks again for the stream. They continue to be something I look forward to each night, and I'm glad they cheer you up. Looking forward to next Thursday, where we take you to the vet to find out why you've been in a coma. I like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, whoever wrote it. It's very, very sweet. Um, yeah, it was sweet and interesting to read. I too like math. I think the math streams are bad for analytics, but good for me. Makes me feel very happy. What's the OnlyFans strategy? Mm. Thanks for streaming. I like that you like math, though I don't like math. It's cute. It's good for analytic. I'll watch you do it. Yeah, I like the math and the puzzles. But I like it when I make you guys do it more. I think when I'm just saying it out loud, it's less engaging. Anyway, whatever. The stream is already going on too long. Will this Malo get consumed by the site? If you're seeing this, yay. It's been a long few weeks, but you're credit card debt free now. That's an incredible goal that you finally achieved. I remember when you thought it was impossible, yet here we are. Little steps, it's steps nonetheless. Right? Shout out to everyone who's ever subscribed or gifted a sub or or donated to me on Coffee or signed up to my sad girl Patreon. Do not look up my Patreon. This is a threat, by the way. Do not look it up. It's really bad over there. Like, you think I get dark on streams? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I wrote like, if I ever do have to write one of those notes, like one of those last notes, it'll probably go on the Patreon. Anyway, that took a turn. Where was I going with this? Yeah, credit card debt free. It's actually really nice. Now I want to destroy them. To be honest, I don't need them anymore. Hope this week went great. If not, you could still make the rest of it great somehow. That's true. Remember, downs are temporary. Up is coming soon. We're all rooting for you. Keep it up, Little Moon. Thank you, thank you, thank you, whoever wrote this. Yes, you helped me keep it up. And by it, I'm not talking about that thing, because I don't have that appendage. Thank you for asking. Worth every penny. Now I'm gonna put the next dono on Patreon. Thanks for the heads up. No, no, no. I'm prepare for disappointment is all I could say. Anyway, I have 2 more, so I'm gonna try to read these as quickly as possible. It's been another week of ups and downs, but you know that won't keep you down. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others, what they've done or achieved, and instead use them as motivation to make your dreams come true. Just like with any gem, they all start off as stones when they're found, then they're cleaned up, polished, and before you know it, they shine brightly in the light they refract. You must keep the shine going and dazzle everyone with your smile. I know you can do it, for I'll always be by your side. Little Moon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was another really sweet one. Wow, how nice. I don't know how to stop comparing myself to others, or it doesn't have to be, it starts with others. First, I compare myself to other talented people, and then I compare myself to me in the past, and I'm like, dang. I don't have a penis, no. I'm a woman. There are 2 square roots for any positive number. So an example, square root of 1 is 1 and -1. You can write plus or minus, but you don't need to write plus or minus because the outputs of the function will be plus and minus regardless. When you feel depressed, please... Okay, I want to actually touch on this one more time. I'm going to touch on this one last time. I also realized that, I don't know, I don't think my math teachers were gaslighting me, and I don't think chat was trying to gaslight me either necessarily. There is a difference, however, between solving an equation and evaluating a function. And there's a distinction there where if you have something like x squared equals 9, you don't know what x is. It's true. X could have been positive or negative 3, right? Because 3 times 3 is 9. And -3 times -3 is also 9. But we were practicing evaluating functions, and I think if I look at the math correctly, it could not have been both. It would have only been positive. I'll give it a look the next time we do it again. But anyway, for those of you who are curious, when you feel depressed, please don't be hard on yourself as if having a mental illness was something you chose. True. It's not anyone's fault. It's your parents' fault. Right? How dare they get a divorce? Please make a time machine. I go back in time and tell my dad not to cheat on my mom and tell him to stay together, because if you guys break up, I'm not gonna make it pretty. I'm gonna make it very bad. Anyway, this is why I like that manga too. I think people who have had happy lives, free of disruptions and free of obstacles and erratic behavior, would probably feel like the manga, like the one I mentioned, is kind of extreme. But I think if you felt pain or seen, I hate to call it evil, but whatever. Emotionally safe environment. Blaming them is unproductive though. Yep, healthier to forgive. I mean, they say forgive and forget. I focus on the forgetting as much as possible. Your circumstances can and will change. You've already shown how strong you can be by making these dreams for us. Impossible things just take a bit longer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, thank you, Oni-chan, for reminding me that, months ago I had a lot of credit card debt. Today, I have zero credit card debt. So even though I feel like my circumstances suck and I hate my life because I want to move out of my parents' house, it doesn't mean I'm not getting better. It doesn't mean I'm not moving in the right direction, right? I mean, instead of being debt-free, I could have just, gotten more and more credit cards and maxed those out too. So at least we're moving in the right direction. Anyway, I'll leave that alone. Give you guys a quote. I went for 40 minutes when I said I was going to do 20 because I'm a liar. See, that book, I'm telling you, the book I'm reading, it's called The Willpower Instincts. I read the chapter today about how we overestimate our future self and then we turn into a liar. That's exactly what happened, right? Analytic mind, exactly. I made myself a liar live on stream. And Julie Ben, you're right. You guys distract me and cheer me up all the time. I should pay you for this, to be honest. Know your weaknesses. I like this quote. I like it so much that I stole it from my father's over on Twitter, otherwise known as X. Um, for as much as I hate things about my circumstance, I try to look at myself and figure out what am I doing wrong? What do I need to improve? Not to just beat myself up needlessly, but so that I could start to make some changes instead of bitching and whining all the time. Like, meow, meow, meow. Actually, was it Eggy Golka who posted that phenomenal motivational advice where it's like, why beat yourself up? Just meow. No? Why feel down and hopeless when you can meow? So, what I'm suggesting is everyone here, if you have a lot of problems, perhaps start role playing as a cat girl or a cat boy, and that will fix it. Goodbye. The stream is over now. Got you covered. Focus on infrastructure. Pay us with 40-minute streams. I gotta get them back down to 20 minutes. 25. Anyway, I love you very much, everyone. Thank you for spending time with me. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm very weird. Anyway, Godzim199, good meowing. Thanks for showing up when the stream is over. Maybe you'll catch me tomorrow. What if one of my problems is that I'm not one? You just gotta buy the cat ears and the cat tail and then pretend really hard. Love you. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day and a good weekend. Goodbye, Suxless. Goodbye, Lechuga. Goodbye, Mamo. Goodbye, Random Kitty Cat. Goodbye, Drakova. Goodbye, LDTGX. Goodbye, Black Tea. Goodbye, Brimgas. Goodbye, Sheeple. Goodbye, Bot Tricks Official. Goodbye. Goodbye, Oni-chan. Goodbye, Analytic Mind. Goodbye, Goon Max. And goodbye, Desert Lightning. Goodbye, H-Law. Maybe not. Who did I miss? I don't know who I missed. Tell me before I log off. You have 3 seconds. 3, 2. I said goodbye to you guys already. Okay. Sheeple. Bye.